Y estamos vivos. ¿Cómo está todo el mundo? Welcome to
¿Qué?
la programa de Bat Show.
Uno más cerveza, por favor.
Oh,
What is
I
up?
can't.
What is up, my Bad Rican family? How y'all
breakfast
doing?
and
I
Twitch.
hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Bat Show.
I can't say the sayings I know in Spanish because they're not good.
You know the good words in Spanish, don't you?
That's the most.
He knows the words that everybody learns first in any language.
I know Baca is cow.
Uh-huh. It's not vaca, it's vaca, right?
Baca. Yeah, Baca.
Okay, I gotta share this out.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about the Ouija board. I mean, do you guys are okay with that?
I'm okay talking about it as long as I don't have to play one.
No, we're gonna play one.
Oh, well, then
all of
What?
us.
No.
Adios.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not just kidding. I wouldn't play with one either. I wouldn't play one.
Now I know better than that because you've had bad experience too.
No. But I'm just I'm a big believer in what the Ouija board does. But I want to say, first of all, do you guys agree with the Ouija board being sold in toys section, in toy stores?
No, I cannot stand that.
Yeah. I don't approve of it.
No, anything that you can contact a spirit. Well, I mean, I am also a firm believer that a spirit will communicate using whatever. Mm-hmm. And a lot of kid toys are even being used to contact spirits nowadays.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. But when you specifically know something is actually going to be used to in a seance type setting to contact spirits, and especially when it's known to contact more demonic entities than anything, and you still sell it as a child's toy, that's a no-go. Hi, Buck.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, Buck.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Debbie.
Because I know is it Hasbro? It's or Mattel
Brothers. Parker Brothers.
Parker Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, they sell a lot every year. Mm-hmm. I think Ouija board really surpass certain toys in the toy section.
Yeah,
because everybody's always buying something. I've seen people actually collect different types of Ouija boards.
Yeah.
Sandra, you have a couple of Ouija boards, don't you?
No, I only have one.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Twinkie.
April.
I mean,
hey, April.
Now, my question is: does homemade Ouija board is it as
effective?
Effective.
Yep.
Yes.
As a regular Ouija board, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the intent is the same.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you can draw letters on a piece of paper and use a glass.
Hey, bro.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
I think you can make homemade ones. Exactly.
Okay.
Donnie just yelled really loud on my end.
I did.
You got to stop eating them Twinkies, Amy.
Oh yeah, I think it's filling up your ears.
This is not my stream. Pass it down.
Oh, wrong way.
Sandra, cease. Stab upwards, honey. That's it.
Oh Lord.
Just need a pole or something.
Thank you. He's like, woo, woo.
Do the wave.
Hi, Cheryl.
Cheryl. Hi.
Hey, Cheryl. I'm still trying to share you out, but I keep getting...
I was going to say, don't forget to like and share, everyone. I was just doing that for a minute.
I'm trying to get at least 50,000 people on here at one point.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. That's doable.
Yeah, right.
You said at one point, so it didn't say it happened tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to the Ouija board. Do you guys have what the hell is this? Anyway, um, do you guys have personal experience with the Ouija board? Donnie, have you
Yeah,
played
I've had
it?
an experience. I've had an experience with a Ouija board.
Yeah, what happened?
My encounter went okay. I had no problems.
Really?
I haven't had anything lasting from it. Nothing. So I can actually say I had a positive experience, and
That
you
you
don't
know
hear.
of.
Well, I mean, I didn't have anything bad happen to me.
That you know
Well, if I don't know about it, I guess I'm okay then, right? But no, I didn't have any negative, and I actually had a positive experience with it. So
Well, that's good. You
I
were
could
lucky.
say you don't hear very many of those. So I'm happy to tell my encounter. It was actually Nubs and I. We did it for the Halloween special, and we did everything we were supposed to do. We prayed before, we prayed afterwards, we protected ourselves. But Ouija boards have that ability, so you take that chance anytime you open it. So
Okay.
Definitely.
How about you, Amy?
I did not have a very good experience with mine. I was 17, and I believed in spirits, all that stuff anyway, but somebody had been given a Ouija board, and we decided to try it because we had been hearing all kinds of stuff in the house we were in. There was 3 of us, so we were all roommates. And so we had another friend over that night, and we all sat around the table and we lit these tall pillar candles, and we sat for hours. We were there for hours, and we thought we were talking to a little boy who said that he was murdered by his father, that his dad beat him, and we were trying to help him find his mother, is what he wanted. He wanted help finding his mother, but it ended up being a very negative spirit. Everything just started going wrong at one time. The window panes were kind of shaking. It sounded like wind was coming up on it. And then the candles that were in the middle of the table, they just shot flames all the way up and across. That's the first time I'd ever seen anything like that. And I will swear on anything that that's what happened. And like it went up, and then it just come right back down. The candles went out, and like we all kind of jumped back. But that night it scared us so bad that none of us said goodbye. We didn't close it out. And then my friend, she comes around all the time, Kim, she tried to get rid of it, and she threw it away. First time, threw it away. And then the next morning we got up, it was sitting on the front porch, leaned up against the door. So when we opened up the door, it fell into the house. She tried getting rid of it several times. Well, we have this friend that's really into I'm not going to say he's into the occult, but he studied the occult and stuff like that. And he was able to take it off our hands and help us close out the session, because we never did. But we had hell for like 3 days. We put a Jeep in a lake and everything else that 3 days. It was bad.
Wow.
And we finally got him to help us get rid of it. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
I will never, ever touch another one again, because it's so easy. It's so easy to open up a door and let something bad come in and then not shut it down properly. That's the bad part.
Okay. I mean, I have bad experience with it, but we'll get to that later. Sandra, how about you? I know you got your own Ouija board, but is it a different style, or is it the same?
Yeah, well,
traditional?
it's more for witch spells and everything, because there's a pentagram in the middle.
Okay.
So it's more for witch spells and put your voodoo doll in the middle. So, but that's another story.
Voodoo doll.
Anyways,
wow.
Have I made you angry, Sandra? Because my back's been hurting a lot the last couple of days. And
No, I didn't even use it yet.
I mean, whoa.
No.
I mean, it doesn't look like me. I mean, it's probably the same. The voodoo doll is the same size as Emmy, though, right?
No.
You're my height, and it's wearing a Batman shirt. Who do you think it is?
I'm not wearing a Batman shirt. I'm wearing a What the Paranormal shirt.
Well, the experience I have, you can't really say it's a Ouija board, because back in the day when I was teenager, there was this game going along that you would cut out squares and you would write the alphabet in each square, and other squares was the numbers and everything, and you put it in the circle, all the squares as they go, and in the middle you put an upside down wine glass, and you put your two fingers on it, and you do as if it's a Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no goodbye. So
Oh, wow.
Hold on. There's no goodbye. You can't close it out.
No, there's no goodbye. So what we did is we were at one of my friend's house. He lost his mom to ovary cancer. So it was like maybe 3 years earlier than when we did this. Wow. And we called her, and the guy was saying, yeah, that's my mom, with the answers and everything. And then he asked her, Mom, would you like a puff of cigarette? You miss smoking? And she said, yes, I miss smoking. Would you like a puff? So he took a puff and put it, blew the smoke in the glass, and we were still moving it and everything. And what happened after that, there was nothing really exciting. We finished it there, and nothing ever happened. So I don't know about the house, what happened in that house, though. I never went back to that house, but I don't know.
She didn't say
at that time, I didn't even realize that I'm doing a Ouija board, I just took it as a game because it didn't look like a board, and So
wow.
I took it the innocent way without thinking more.
And how old were you?
Oh, I was in my early teens, maybe 17 or 16.
I think that's like the normal age for a first timer, right? In the early teens.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was doing that. So
slumber party stage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh man, sleeping over and stuff.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, but there's all different type of Ouija boards, right? I mean, different designs and all that. Sean, how about you, buddy?
Personally, no, I've never had any experience with Ouija board. I never used them. I learned pretty young, actually, not to mess with them. Actually, I was like probably 18 years old when I met a person that actually did use it, and there was with another person that was the owner of the Ouija board. It was pretty messed up when I met this person, and even though, and I was, why is this person kind of bad luck kind of followed the person all the time. They're always in trouble, just for stupid kind of reasons too. And it was person that told me the story that they think that it was because of the Ouija board, that they played with the Ouija board. And she told me one story that one night they said they were talking to a spirit. They said the name was Legion. They got Legion from the Ouija board. Wow. And that was the last time she used it. But the other person that's messed up said they continued to use it. And something happened that she doesn't really know about, but yes, there was a change in the person. And that's when I was like, okay, stay away from those Ouija boards.
Oh man, that's crazy. That is crazy, man.
But I heard about Legion before, and I knew that's not a good spirit.
That's actually many. Legion is many.
Many.
Yeah. Wow, that's
she just said we are Legion.
Yeah.
How about you, Vaca?
Well, sort of not personally as such, but yeah, when I was young, about 13, had some friends, lived in this little country town, and had some friends that parents were going away, all the rest of it. Older brother was home, so sleepover time. And the girls wanted to do the Ouija board, and I told them even then, no, it's not a good idea. It's not a game, blah, blah, blah. They did it anyway. They didn't close out because they started getting some responses and freaked right out. There was some knocking on windows, taps around the house, that sort of thing. And they were getting responses, but just very weird. Nothing made sense. So they freaked out, put the board away without saying goodbye. Everything was okay, basically. A few more knocks and taps on little things around the house overnight. But being on a farm and being an older place, they tried to put it down to just the old house.
Yeah.
But she went to have a shower after everyone left, and she thought her sibling was still home, maybe because she heard the shower door, the door to the bathroom rattle. And she thought, hang on a minute, I locked that. She thought she heard it open and close. And so she looked, and on the steamy mirror, there was handprints. And she got out of the shower, went to rip the door open to yell at her brother, and the door was still locked. Oh. So she rang a heap of us, and I'm like, look, you've got to get that bloody Ouija board back out, and every single one of you has got to go and close it out. You've got to tell it it can't stay, and it's got to go and say goodbye, or, you're going to be in trouble for a while. So she did that, and luckily everything quietened down, but she basically, that was it. She put the Ouija board away, never touched it again. So,
wow.
Melissa, hi, Carlos.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? I'm sorry, I was just talking. Hey, Carlos, what's going on, my brother? Let me just say that hi, Debbie, Flona, Honey, E.T., Melissa, how you doing? Cheryl.
Hi, Melissa.
Who else did I miss?
Florida.
Buck. If I miss you guys, I'm sorry. But man, that's crazy. I mean, did they say goodbye? Did they close it out after they're done?
Yeah, they had to. The girls were all got back out there, and they didn't want to do it. But I said, listen, it's your only option. You have to say goodbye and tell it cannot stay, or your cactus. Because in our little town, man, that would have gone around like wildfire, and even trying to get the priest out there, her parents probably would have been looking at her like, what the hell, little farming community, not really a lot of belief except for, the ones that went to church. She freaked out because she, of course, being the age we were, they thought it was all a game. But I already had knowledge of that sort of thing just by listening to mum and listening to adults and things. So I knew it wasn't something that's just a game. But they managed to say goodbye. Didn't want to say goodbye, kept telling them no. And I said, look, you've just got to keep going until you say, no, you have to go, and then say goodbye. You are not welcome, blah, blah, and then say goodbye and end it.
Wow.
And it all ended up okay in the end, but she never touched that thing again. It basically went under the bed and stayed there, as far as I know.
Wow. Oh man,
I'd have burnt that thing.
Yeah. Well, that will be one of my questions on it, but
I was going to say not recommended. You see, because she was going to burn it, and I went no.
Yeah.
You can't burn them?
No,
you can't burn it.
Because what's inside or what's attached to it, if you light it up, it's gonna come out, and you're the only thing there, so it'll go
attached.
into you.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I never knew that.
Funny because yes, go ahead.
That's crazy.
Bury it in a deep bowl, pour cement over it, then fill the hole in,
Separate from the planchette.
Throw it to the deepest ocean and let it float.
That's it. And separate from the planchette.
In one town, and you go 3 towns over to put the planchette.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No joke.
And I never knew that. I never knew you couldn't burn one.
Yeah.
You can't burn anything really, like a doll or something. You don't burn nothing that is possessed or something.
No, and sometimes it won't even burn anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, my
Yeah.
experience with Ouija board was. I mean, you guys heard about my experience, right? My experience. I don't remember how old I was. I was in my 20s. I was with one of my best friend. It was just me and him, and we had one of those traditional game Ouija board. So we were playing, and we were playing with the thing, and it started moving. So I'm saying, "You're pushing it, right?" He goes, "No, you're pushing it." I go, "No, I'm not pushing it." So okay, we started playing. So we started talking to the same, as you Amy. We talked to some little boy or something like that, and I don't remember too much, but I remember we were outside and we were playing, and there was a bunch of people next to us, a bunch of our friends, and it was just me and my buddy playing with it. And all of a sudden, for some reason, the little boy got angry at me and told me that I need to get out, that I need to leave. Me not believing in that, I said, no, I'm not leaving. I'm staying right here. And it got, a little angrier. And it told me to leave again. And I said, no, I'm not leaving. All of a sudden, it stopped. And, we had our hands still on the thing. And the Ouija board was on top of our laps. And all of a sudden, the Ouija board flew off our lap. Right there, I got scared. And I know we didn't close it out because we stopped playing with it. We thought it was a toy, but I got scared. So that same night when I went home, I was sleeping in my bed and I felt like something was scratching my leg. I was so scared that I went to my little brother's bed and I slept with him.
Yeah, and it also depends on the way you're feeling at that moment. To be, if you're vulnerable or something, you have to really be in a good mood, good vibes and everything. I'm pretty sure for it to go, at least give you a chance to go well.
Yeah, I mean, I know we didn't close it out, but that was my the only time that same day that I felt like something was still with me. I mean, I don't feel like that now, but I know we didn't close it out, so I just figured that it left. He said, "I already scared this dumb son of a." But anyway, but it scared the living heebie-jeebies out of me, and.
Yeah.
But that was my question. My other question was, when you burn a Ouija board, you're not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
Because you said if it burns, the spirit that's in that board right now could fly into you.
Yep.
Right,
Because
to be
it'll look
released
for a
and-
place to go,
yeah.
like a fish
Yeah.
out of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
best way is to bind it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Bind whatever's in the board to the board and dig a hole, chunk it in there. Like Vodka said, pour cement over it and be done with it.
No, Robbie. No.
No, Robbie,
we're
we
not
don't play the
playing.
Ouija board.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Robbie's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Robbie.
Oh, what's up, Robbie? No, we're not playing with the Ouija board, my brother. I mean, Robbie got a collection of Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie's out there. Or give it
And
to me.
Everyday Treasures has
Oh, it's
something.
really?
Yeah, and antique.
Hey, Robbie.
I didn't know
He
that.
uses
I didn't
it
know.
as a placemat. That's what he wrote.
I didn't know Everyday Treasure mess with that too.
I won't even buy anything that has the Ouija board logo picture on it. I refuse to buy even anything like that because if it's there, it's a board.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
A bit the same.
Okay.
I've been
You can use
tempted with, toys and like ornaments and things,
Mhm.
and then just because some of them are really cute and especially like Channy when she was making them, they were
Howdy.
gorgeous. But I was like,
Yeah.
But,
no, I
okay,
don't
okay.
even think I want anything in
All right,
house,
you brought something up. You brought something up, Amy. Anything with a picture of a Ouija board, is that bad? I mean, like a floor mat. Let's say a floor mat. It's just a floor mat. You're walking all over it.
Yeah, but if it's a floor mat, you can still use it.
You can use it. You're literally walking over the letters. No.
Yeah, you're the fun shepherd.
It's not gonna. What you gonna do? Take off your shoes and play with it?
That just sounded really bad, Batty. And hi,
I
Cody.
mean, you know what I mean.
No, but yeah, anything that, like even the apps on the phone that are the Ouija board ones,
Yeah.
they're Ouija boards. It's still.
I
you can
had a
still work
bad
it.
experience last year with that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
never wanted to say goodbye, and
Huh.
it was just a phone app.
Yeah.
Right. So, I've seen videos, quite a few actually, of people playing with the Ouija board, and there was this one that stand out to me. It was three girls that were playing with the Ouija board, and I think they were trying to say goodbye. The girl in the middle started shaking rapidly. I mean, big time. Started shaking,
Oh,
and
I
then
think
all of
I've
a
seen
sudden, she started bleeding out of her mouth. Now, is that a type of what they call that possession?
Well,
If
see,
it's real.
Like I say, I would have believed it more had the blood been coming from her nose or eyes or her ears, because of course you can get blood. You know, you've got your costume stuff where you put a pill in your mouth and you can pop it and you look like you're bleeding from your mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it hadn't have been mouth, maybe, but I don't know. I think I know the one you're talking about, and I'm a little bit, I don't know about that.
I don't think an
there's a lot of
attachment
fake.
goes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And like, I have a lot of respect for some people that do the Ouija board. I don't judge. You know, if you want to do the Ouija board, do the Ouija board. As long as you're respecting, you know, whatever. And I have even told, like, Channy, you know, I love her to death. She's always respectful with the Ouija board and everything else.
Yes.
I just don't watch it. And I've already told her that I won't watch anything that has, because it brings back that memory, you know, of my bad experience. So, and I have watched a couple of hers, you know, and that's how I do know that she is respectful with it. But I refuse to watch anything with the Ouija board.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't mind watching someone else because I'll put my protection around myself first, etc. You know, I don't mind watching others, although I do tend to just sort of sometimes go, oh my gosh, you idiot. You know what I mean? Like, shake my head. But people like Channy, you know, she is very respectful, and I have a lot more sort of respect for them because they're using it, to me, in a correct way if they're going to use it, you know. So, yeah, Channy's one of the ones that I don't have a problem watching hers. And as soon as she starts getting a little bit more negative, she'll end it pretty quick, you know. She knows what to do. So it's just hard. I mean, because it's sold as a toy, and like you were saying with the app, same. You know what I mean? They're like 12 and up or something ridiculous.
Right.
And I disagree with that every single time.
Yes. Same. I think it should be 18 and over at least on anything to do with any type of spirit communication device, whether it be Ouija, an app, whatever. Like there are some girls, they added me on Twitter a while back, and they were ghost hunting girls. Their mum was there and everything though. You know, and I'm still okay. It's their choice and the mum's choice. I still personally would not let children that young talk to spirits unless they were my children and I knew they were very gifted perhaps in that area. But then, of course, I would be busy teaching them all about it and not making videos with them. So not judging them, it's their choice, but I'd be extremely hesitant for anyone, particularly under 15, 16, to be using any of those devices.
Yeah.
Wow, that's I mean, what was their idea trying to sell this as a toy? I mean, they just think, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Let the little kids get possessed or something.
I think there was intention behind that. I think that giving it to kids that have no clue what they're doing, I think whoever was behind it in the beginning was actually somebody who wanted doors opened. Because you're going to give it to kids. You're going to give it to kids that have no clue what they're doing. They're not going to know how to close it out. Who reads directions? Kids don't read directions. Men don't read directions. So you have
we read direction. when I look at a
Yeah, but then you
Twinkie
throw
box,
'em
I have
away.
to look what kind of ingredients it has, so that way I know how to make it.
Hush it up.
Well, I noticed something that the Ouija board, probably it's because of my age, the Ouija board came out at the same time that everyone was doing table tipping.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yes.
Table
about
tipping.
like the same time period.
Yeah.
What table
So
tipping?
my parents did the tipping. They called over some my other aunt and uncle and stuff, and they'd sit around the table and they would do it, and us kids were downstairs trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, that one I had trouble believing because the table was really rising. But
Yeah.
was it one of my brothers or my cousin, trying to scare me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I noticed that it came
I've
out.
actually seen them put their legs, like a man put his legs and like push them into the legs, and then be able to raise it just by putting pressure on both the legs, stuff like that. But yeah, the seances, that was really big, and that was just people's way of getting, or housewives actually. It wasn't the men,
Is
it
that
was
table
that's
tipping?
wives.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow,
They
that's
would
like a
invite-
seance, right? That's like a seance.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
women's
it's a
way
seance.
of getting drunk without having to. I mean, honestly, they would invite people over to play the Ouija board or to have a seance. They would drink wine and not have to do anything all that night, just sit around and BS. So it was a way back then for, I think, women to just get drunk.
I mean,
Cody's
we
got
all
it right.
know. We all know.
Cody,
I'm-
you're full of it.
Nah, he's got it right.
We all. Every man reads direction. We read.
No, they don't. And Cody, you say BS, but that's why the temp deal is not in the grill. That's why there's several pieces missing from the grill, and that's why there's like 20 extra screws.
That's because Cody knows what he's doing.
That's right.
You don't need to read the.
Laney finished it for him.
That's because he gave Laney direction.
He was saving Screw.
All y'all men stick together.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're so wrong. And can I answer something that Robbie mentioned a while ago?
Sure.
And this is just my personal opinion and preference or whatever. But he says that all this stuff can come through the
Oh yeah.
apps, electronics, and stuff like that too. Yes, it can. I'm not saying it can't. But in my own personal deal, I have more control over Spirit Box, apps, whatever. I feel like I'm in more control. It has nothing to do with that they're less likely to have a spirit attached to me. I just feel like I'm in control. With the Ouija board, I was in no control. It scared the crap out of me. And so that's the only reason why I won't do it is personal preference. But I do know the apps and Spirit Box and all that is opening up the same doors and portals. But I just feel more in control of it.
Yeah. You're safer. I was about to say, feel safer using those apps, but not the Ouija.
Isn't how you call it? Hold on, where are you? Isn't that like Spirit Box and those apps that we use to talk to ghosts? It's just like a Ouija board. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is, yeah.
It's just like a Ouija board. The only thing it doesn't have goodbye. I mean, we all say goodbye. We have to say goodbye in every technology we use, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And we do. I mean,
Right.
To me, I'll be honest, I find, even though, it's an app on our phone and we're holding our phone, etc., to me, it's a Ouija board is a more connected way physically, especially with multiple of you, fingers on the planchette, it's a, I know, as I say, I know we hold our phone, but you can put it down as soon as you've, turned your app on. So you're not physically touching it. And yes, the app is still in your phone, But that's why it's a good idea to also cleanse your phones every now and then. And I don't just mean clean, I mean cleanse.
Yeah.
Because you are using it as a device to talk to spirits. But the physical, the literal touch of the planchette with multiple of you there, the amount of energy a spirit can take is incredible because you're actually physically communicating with your hands on the board. So to me personally, that's where I find it a little more perhaps of a risk, you know, than an app on your phone or an SB7 or one of these other things. You know, I know they're all, we touch them all, but there's just something about the Ouija that, to me, it's that more pure connection because you are physically touching that planchette. And there's multiple of you generally. If you've got any brains, you will not do it alone. Although I know in saying that, I don't mean any offense to my fams who have. I know you've done it for your own challenges and things, you know, to challenge yourselves. But I know like Chenny and that, but, you know, you're a bit extra careful sort of thing. You try to be very careful, so fair enough. But, yeah, to me, that personally, that's why I find the Ouija board a little bit more of a risk than, quite a lot more of a risk than using an app on a phone.
Right. First of all, Amy, stop picking on my big little brother.
You.
All right. Stop picking on him.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, what?
Man, I love this.
Why am I getting beat up for his craziness? Oh, so now we just abuse anybody.
Yeah.
Cody, I keep telling you, Cody, brother, you'd be sleeping with one eye open, mate. Honestly.
They are not extra stuffed buck.
Exactly. It's always some extra stuff left over.
Now, a part of playing with the Ouija board and all that, there are people that has a strong connection to the Ouija board, right? It's like they can't let go of the Ouija board. Is it because the demon is, or whatever they're talking? I'm not saying demon or ghost, whatever is in that board is keeping them there, keep wanting them more, or using, or trying to possess their body to, you know, or try to escape the Ouija board to get into the personal
calling
world.
them back. Yeah, it'll definitely keep calling to them, especially if you. That's why they say don't play it by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You
rule
want it
number
very
one.
easy, very easy for you to get an attachment, and it will literally call you back. That's why it's so hard to get rid of. You know, you can put it somewhere, it'll be somewhere else because it wants you to play it.
That's what I believe happened
to open it.
My friend's friend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I've heard that people, you know, we play around like burning it and all that. I've heard people, you know, they threw their Ouija board, you know, they didn't burn it, but they threw it in the trash, and then a few hours later they find it back in the house. Like they come.
And this is also why we say and we talk about try not to go on a paranormal adventure when you are unwell, when you are low in energy, when you are emotionally or mentally exhausted. You know, if you've got that little chink in the armor somewhere, one of them will try their best to use that. And that, you know, a lot of people don't think of that either because Ouija boards are just games. So it can be that person, you know, has a lot going on, doesn't tell anyone, you know what I mean? And they're going to attract one of those spirits, and then that may want them to, you know, it's influencing them to keep wanting to go back to the Ouija board or to keep playing it when others are saying, no, we're going to say goodbye, we're going to say goodbye. Yeah. They're not going to want to say goodbye because that energy is already getting to them and going, woohoo, there's a chink in your armor, I can use you.
Yeah. Very
That's
well
my way of thinking anyway.
Wow, that's nuts, man. Because now I know you get all kinds of different type of spirits at the Ouija board. But do you feel like for example, Amy, you said you talked to a little boy, right?
Yes.
I don't mean you're a pedophile. I'm talking about
What?
Only
I don't think anybody thought that, Maddie.
Thanks for reminding me.
What did I just wake up to?
Oh my God. Cody Edwards, shut up.
I met through the Ouija board. But
Yeah.
do you feel like you're not really talking to a little boy?
No, I was not talking to a little boy at all.
So
No,
you think it was
she was
somebody?
talking to a fallen.
A what? A
I was-
fallen?
A fallen angel, a
Gotcha.
demon.
Demon.
I rather call them fallen.
Yeah.
Got you. I got you. That's actually a cool
Negative
way to
spirit.
say that.
Yeah, it was definitely a negative spirit, and in the end, it was more like it was mocking us. It was laughing. Yeah, it was one of them things that you could feel it, you could sense it off the board. You didn't even have to like wait for the words to come out. You could feel it. Like he was making fun of us because we fell for it, and we were that gullible.
I felt the same way when I was playing too as well. So I didn't feel like that was a kid, through there. But I know that they love to lie a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, when I play with the Ouija board, and this is a couple of days ago, how you call it? Right off the back, the second time actually, I found out that wasn't a little boy, because when the Ouija board flew off my lap, and then all of a sudden, I felt the scratches and stuff like that, like something playing around with my leg. I mean, that couldn't be a little boy, I'm just thinking, what the hell, did I summon something stronger? That follow me?
What bugs me about it a lot is like when you have a spirit box or a word app, you're having words coming through, boom, 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 boom. And with a Ouija board, you're asking questions, but it's like you get one word responses, and it's taking its time letting you get across the board.
Right.
Normal spirits, they're all going to be fighting over who's going to get to say what. So you would think that it would have to be more of a powerful being, and not even a being, but an entity that is able to take control over the whole entire situation. Like, I'm going to be the one to talk, everyone else go away.
Right.
And it just always seemed weird to me that it would just get one word responses, and it would just be slow going. That always kind of, I felt it was odd, because even with a word app, it doesn't always have words come through like crazy, but most of the time it does. Like, it's boom, boom, boom,
I think to me that's because especially if you've done it the right way, and you've protected yourself and you've done your spiel before you go to use the Ouija. Because look, taking physical energy from someone, is easy enough if there's a chink in the armor and or you haven't put up your protection.
Yeah.
But the amount of energy it takes to move that planchette is massive. But with an app, of course, you've got all this current of energy in the phone, and I think it's a bigger amount of energy that it's easier for them in a sense, because of the amount of energy they can get through the phone, compared to if they can't drain any out of you to be using on a Ouija board. And that's why you find the ones that do, where it does, you'll get the odd ones where they do move faster, and either they're either fake or picked up they're actually feeding off one of them.
Right.
So it's a bit hard, but I think because of the physical movement of something, we know that takes a heck of a lot of energy for a spirit. Right. So I think maybe that's the little bit of a difference there, if they're not able to get the energy because you've protected yourself really well, hopefully, with the Ouija. But I don't know. Just my thought.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing. It has to be pretty strong or be gathering up that energy from somewhere. And I think it's because it takes so much energy that it's a lot slower. And not to mention, it depends on the spirit and what time period they're from. It's something we talk about also, explaining what we're using with an electronic device. If you're from the 1800s or earlier 1900s, you can they might freak right out thinking that it's something very dangerous.
And you're
Whereas a wooden, something that moves around with just the letters, and also, were they literate?
Wow.
that's it. Yeah.
Do they know how to spell? Could they read? You know what I mean? There's all sorts of things I think that go into it.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I feel like anytime we open up a doorway or any kind of line of communication, there's just so many spirits around. That's why it's always just bugging me so much.
Yeah.
That they do have to be stronger, or like you said, they do have to have a lot of energy to do that. So
right.
phones and
So
stuff, they do have
stronger
more
ones coming through, but you could have more around you that just can't get the energy.
I know we have spirits that push other spirits aside to talk. We've had that happen before, just on the spirit box. But yeah,
Is it the spirit when you're playing the Ouija board? Is it stronger with, let's see, with multiple people, or the spirit is stronger with just one person? I mean, talking to one person.
there's more energy when there's more people.
Yeah.
More energy for them to pick up on and steal. But I think if they're strong anyway, just that is weird.
Mhm.
Hold on, sorry.
What are you playing with the Ouija board?
No, I'm not playing with the Ouija board. I just had my app running, and it said future, ledge, jump, alive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, really?
I don't know if it's telling me to jump off a ledge, or if it's saying that they're going to jump. They know somebody that's going to jump.
Probably they know. I live on the first floor, so I won't fall far.
You have a curve, fall far.
All right. You got jokes.
I got jokes.
Do you some people play with the Ouija board and they play with it a lot. Do you think that their appearance, because they're playing with the Ouija board, changes?
What do you mean their appearance?
Like for example,
they go goth or something.
Yeah, like they go really dark.
Mm-hmm. I do think some people do. I've seen it. I've seen it change people completely, to where at one time they were really vibrant, fun going, and then they start doing all that stuff, and then they turn emo, they turn, just dark. And there's a physical change as well, not just the outer appearance, but like a physical, you can see, especially if they're dealing with stuff that's negative. Which a lot of people that are continuously playing with the Ouija board do tend to deal with negative stuff.
Oh, okay. Do you think they're playing with fire?
Oh yeah, and they're eventually going to get burned.
Wow. Well, it's almost time. My hour went by so fast. What the heck?
Yeah, it was interesting subject. So.
Right.
I mean, I wish my hour would go fast when I'm working.
Yeah,
I know, right?
What I'm saying? But I don't think I have any more questions about the Ouija board, because I mean, we all went through our experience, and we even seen other people go through their experience and all that. It's just, say no to the Ouija board. Say no to the Ouija board. At this time, I'm gonna ask my panel if they got anything coming up. Donnie?
I have my pair games video coming out tonight. It'll just
Before
be dropped.
midnight.
It'll be dropped. Just watch for it.
okay.
And I'm still working on season 2 of the My Haunted Doll series.
Oh.
We've got some new apps I'm going to try out. I got some new investigation methods I'm going to try, just to see if we can get some little clear answers to our questions. Still don't have names for most of them.
Hold on, you don't have name for all your dolls?
I want to hear the name several times. I want to hear it several times before I call it a certain thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Amy?
Oh. What is today?
Twinkies, huh? Twinkies?
No.
Yes.
So tomorrow I have the new Para Games Challenge coming out. And I also have a video of a gift opening from Cheryl with Courage and Buck.
All right.
And I have an app review coming up, and it's an app review that kind of goes into the holiday season, Halloween. I'm working on stuff for Scaretober and a big live stream that we're going to be having in October. It's going to be 7 channels collabing, 7 different locations on one live stream, and you're going to get to see different deals from each haunted place. And
Never heard that before.
you literally don't watch my stuff.
Yeah, and mine.
And I have 2 videos that I'm working on. I'm not sure what, and I'm working on another big project, but I can't say nothing about it. It's going to be a surprise.
Oh,
no.
cool. That is so cool.
Tell me in my ear. Tell me in my ear.
His ear.
Oh, well.
Go ahead, Sandra. What you got?
For now, I'm gonna have Friday morning. I'm gonna have a scary story. And what I decided to do is every time I do a Paragame challenge, the next day or a few days after, I'll go back, but during the day, to show you guys where I was, what I was, because I had a weird experience. It doesn't show in the video, but it's when I got home I saw it.
I like that.
My video
Ooh, I want to see that.
was filmed
Yeah.
sideways like this.
Mhm.
And it can't be because this is what I put my phone on. And I'm holding it like this. So I can't film like this,
Yes.
you know?
Oh,
That's crazy.
So I'm there. I was panicking. I even wrote to Amy, is it considered edited turning it around?
no, that's good.
She said, no, well, you would have been like this. So I want to go there during the day so you can see the ambiance, what was going on. And
That's a cool idea, Sandra. I like that.
Yeah, that is a
yeah,
cool
so
idea.
I'll be doing that from now on for as much as I can. And yeah, I'm going to be in the Scaretober. I can't wait to do that, and it's going to be fun. And yeah, I got a new live stream that I'm testing out on Monday nights. It's going to be like I'll be telling stories live instead of hearing me recorded and stuff. I'll be saying it live. So
Awesome.
I try that. It could be cryptid, paranormal, Appalachian, whatever my AI gives me, I'll be using.
So you're just gonna let the AI choose for you.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give a suggestion. I give suggestions to the AI, then it comes out, and then I'll be reading it on the next live stream.
Okay.
So,
I hear echo.
yeah,
I
me
did
too.
too.
Sean?
Well, I dropped a video just before the live stream here tonight. Just a little short little food review
Looks
thing.
delicious.
Burger. Right. It was good. It was a tasty burger. But I have a video still from Tennessee. I'll probably be dropping either tomorrow or Thursday, so just look for that one. And live stream this Saturday. And I have another video too. I can't remember what it is, but I still have another video I noticed that I have to edit. So I'll get that one up too. And,
Awesome.
get out hopefully this weekend too and get some more videos.
Yeah. Yeah, I need videos myself. Vodka?
Well, I may have to refilm what I've already done. I did my crystal one I was going to do, but yeah, I don't know. It may need redoing. Anyway, so keep your eyes out. I do have 1 or 2 coming up, but I may have to refilm. They were going to drop in the next couple of days, but it might be another couple of days more because I have a lot of family appointments and things I've got to help people with in the next today and onwards for the next few days. So I'll be around, but on and off. So I don't know if I'm going to get time. But hopefully by next week, my crystal video will be up. So
Good. Awesome. Sounds good.
Can I just point out something? I would like to congratulate.
I'm pointing out.
Someone that took out a video not too long ago, and I was amazed and wow, all the way through it was my brother Don, Double D. His video on his investigation at his work. That was wow, all the way. I wanted to write it. Wow.
Hey,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome and a super idea.
Awesome.
They believe it or not, they kind of, I don't want to say begged, but they asked me for a few weeks, can you please come up here and do this? We got it okayed through the board of directors. You can come up at night on your own time and just do some investigating, put some cat balls out, do whatever it is you do. So I did. There's a lot more that I didn't put in that video of actual answers. And we actually talked, I believe, to an ex-employee that was there, and myself and Kayla, we knew her very well. She actually passed away a few years ago from brain cancer.
Oh, wow.
And when it was talking about NAP and all that, I completely forgot about stuff like that. And my director and myself were talking, and they said, do you remember the girl's name is Heather. Do you remember her sleeping in the office before she found out she had brain cancer? She would sleep in the office on her lunch breaks because her head hurt too bad. And I didn't think about that until after she had watched that part of the video and was like, it makes sense. So,
and was it Bob who was stirring up the dogs? Because I remember you asked who it was. Yes. Was there a spirit back there? And I think they said yes. And you asked who it was. I think it was Bob.
We did used to have an employee named Bob. Yes.
And I was just like, look at that. Like, I was just so amazed anyway. Like, yeah, great job. I'll second what Sandra said. It was a really good video, brother.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
You. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. For me, same thing. I just got a few video I got to edit. I got one for Bachelor Grove Cemetery while I'm using multiple different apps. Also the Boo Box, which didn't even work anyway. So that's with me and my buddy Adrian. Then I got one with Sean as well. We found a bunker. A bunker. Oh, she disappeared.
Yeah, she had to drop down. She was trying to quietly say, "I've got to go," so I got to drop down.
Okay. A bunker close to the Bachelor Grove Cemetery. I used a couple of apps on that too as well. But that's it. Really, I don't have any more stuff to do until next Tuesday live. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll think of something. And for right now.
Betty, hang on 2 seconds. Would you like to do a Bat Rake and Raid? Channy is actually premiering right now as well.
Sure.
A couple of minutes ago.
Drop her link.
We haven't done many raids lately from these lives.
Man, it's been a long time, actually.
Charmaine suggested it before, and I thought that's a great idea. So let me get the link. So Bat Rake and Raid, everyone, over at Channy's. She's premiering a few minutes ago. So hashtag Batty Raid or Bat Rake and Raid.
Yeah, doesn't matter. It's all good. Yes, go over to her channel. Tell her we send you. And you guys have a blessed day.
Nothing wrong with the boo box, Patrick. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
No, nothing wrong with the boo box, Patrick.
We didn't say
The boo
nothing
box,
about the boo box.
I just didn't get anything on it. But
Well,
you guys have a blessed day.
Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Love
Like,
you
go
guys.
rate Channy's Unexplainables.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Love you
Love
guys.
you guys.
Hey, AD. Bye, AD. Twinkies for life.